Hello, welcome to our next class. We've had a little break for skills test and the July 4th holidays. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We're going to go back into the same pace kind of that we were with, building on the foundation of poses we've learned, and get to some new poses today. Make sure this isn't too loud. All right, so find your comfortable seat. Roll those shoulders back. Find your tall spine and reach arms out and up. Inhale, exhale, lower arms out and down, chin back to chest. Continue. Breathing and releasing. Notice what's happening in your mind and see if you can just come away from all the other crazy thoughts of your day and tune into your breath, your body. On your next exhale, find your heart center, set your intention. What do you want to focus on today for yourself? As you devote the rest of this hour to you, deep breath in and release. Arms down. Inhale, reaching up. Grab your right, reach up and over left. Stretch out that side waist. Check in to how you feel. Inhale through center. Grab your left over to your right. Inhale up through center. Walking left hand out, drop an elbow and shoulder, reach up and over. Let's see if you can keep dropping that shoulder, walking out a tiny, tiny bit. One more breath here, holding just a tiny bit longer. And pick that hand up, use your core, come back up through center and to your right. Drop that shoulder, reach up and over. A limit today. And drop that shoulder, walk out a tiny bit more. And inhale, come back up through center. And release your arms down. Roll those shoulders back. Let's take those arms behind us. Open up the front of the heart, or the front of the body, the heart, the shoulders back, the chest. Lift your chin. Inhale, push your heart out. Exhale, pull the abdominals in. One more chest expansion here. Slowly untwist. Inhale, come back up through center. Easy twist to your left. Drop your shoulders. Lift ribs. Twist through the belly. See if you can lengthen it up a little bit more. One more breath. And slowly untwist. Arms reach back up through the center. And twist to your right. Drop shoulders. Lift ribs. About one more breath here. Sit up a little straighter. And slowly untwist. Arms reach up. Now let's fold forward. Just notice what's going on in your hips, your knees, your back. Maybe you rock. Maybe you walk to one side and to the other. And then tabletop. When you find your tabletop, move through your cat and cow at your own breath pattern. Trying to create space between each vertebral joint. So you're moving the whole spine, kind of like a wave. See, sometimes I like to just bend those elbows and try to get a little bit more movement through the upper back. One more each way. Cat and cow and child's pose. And focus on your breath. One more breath here. From your child's pose, let's go through extending the arms forward. We're going to come through the cobra strike into our first baby cobra. So keeping the hands down, chin and chest slides. I say slide out, but you're not actually sliding on the mat. You're going as close as you can. And now coming to that first baby cobra. Tucking tailbone, core engaged, shoulders roll back, and feet pressing down. Back into child's pose. Take about 2 or 3 breaths here in your child's pose. On your next inhale, find plank. Exhale, down dog. Check in with your down dog. explore that space. See how you feel. More tightness. If you weren't practicing over our little break, maybe you feel a little bit more tightness. One more breath in your down dog, and then forward fold. Taking the weight into your feet, shifting weight forward and back. And find that weight balanced in your feet. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen out your spine. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Come up straight and tall. Exhale, chair. Drop those shoulders and hips. Look for those piggies. Feel that strength in your quads. Let's lift right heel, right foot. Engage in your core. Bring that knee to nose. Squeeze, squeeze. And warrior three. The front of the hips squaring down to the ground. High lunge. Separate tracks. Reaching arms up. Hips square forward. Breathe. Hold three. Think about squeezing this right thigh two. And one. Back to warrior three. And chair. Drop those hips, drop those shoulders, pull the core in. So you have a strong core. Left heel, left foot, squeeze, and warrior three. Check the hips if you need. High lunge. Check the hips forward. Breathe. Squeeze that left thigh. The heel's lifted. And balance. One more breath here. Back to warrior three. Chair. Drop your belly to thighs. Maybe you hold and connect as you go into forward fold. Drop that head. Shake it out. Let's inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Hold your fold about 2 more breaths here. Let's check into those hamstrings, your back. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plank. First set of chaturangas. And getting stronger. And all the way down to your belly, windshield wipers. Extend the legs back for your second cobra. Pressing those feet, tuck your tailbone, abdominals engaged, shoulders back. Maybe you go to 2, child's pose. Breathe, 2 or 3 breaths. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. And just check out, explore your space here. Shake your head, pedal your feet. The right leg reaches up to 3-legged. Rotate that foot around. Other direction. Take a bend in the knee. Rotate the knee around. Other direction. Reach that right leg up. Now we're going to walk the hands back towards your left leg. Go only back as far as you're able to. You may be able to go all the way back. You can grab that, your left leg with one or the other hand, right or left, maybe both. You want to feel the stretch in that hamstring. Remember not to lock this left knee out. Walk it back to 3-legged. Pedal your feet, shake it out, down dog. Let's find forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Exhale, chair. You may feel a little off or different because we stretched. And that is called a standing split. And we're doing splits with, you had your right leg in the air. Let's do your right foot up. Back to warrior three. High lunge. Separate tracks, reaching arms up, open warrior two. Check your alignment. tailbone, core, knee, back foot, strong arms, your gaze, everything. Left big toe, 3, 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down to low lunge. So some of these things add new things in, so it's not too much all at once. Two more breaths here. You're going to lift your right knee, press into your hands, bring your left knee into cheetah, down dog. Pedal your feet, shake it out. Left leg's going to go up. We're going to start by rotating that foot around. Other direction. Bend the knee, getting into the hip. Other direction. And now take your left leg straight. Walk back towards your right leg, only back as far as you're able to go comfortably. And try not to knock things off of my bookshelf. See if you can grab the leg with maybe one. And don't fall. Tighter on this side. One more breath here. Walk back. Three-legged dog and then down dog, and then we'll find standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold your swan dive, reaching all the way up. Notice how you feel. If you feel off balanced, chair. Left heel, left foot. And squeeze it. Take warrior 3. High lunge. Separate tracks. Open warrior 2. Checking your alignment. Don't have to be invincible. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, reverse. Spiral down to your low lunge. Breathe. See what you can release. Make sure you have ankle underneath. Check in. Check in with that hip flexor. Check in with your intention, your breath, your body, your mind. One more breath here. Press into your hands. Lift your left knee. Bring your right knee into cheetah. Down dog. Standing forward fold. Let's go wider leg to just this side of the mat. Whatever arm position you like here. Notice how the hamstrings feel after that standing split, both legs. Shoulders away from ears. Big breath in and exhale out. Release your arms, heel toe the feet in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold plank. Second set of chaturangas. All the way down for your next cobra, Cobra 3. I say Cobra 3 just to remind you of how many we've done, but you can always do the same one. So you can always do baby. 1, 2, wherever you are. Listen to your back, listen to your body. One more breath here. Child's pose. Breathe. I'm going to thread one arm under here. If you're threading your arm, switch your arm. The other side. One more breath wherever you are. And release. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Take about 2 or 3 breaths in down dog, exploring your space here. Spreading those fingers, shaking your head out, shoulders, standing forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. And release arms down. All right, so your next pose that we're going to learn is called half moon. So I've drilled into your brain of the hip points here. We are always going to square the hips one way. So we've been focused on squaring them forward or down when we have our torso parallel to the floor, or when the torso is forward, we generally have them square forward or to the side. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start in the warrior 3. So we're going to take your right leg back so the hips are square down so that right hip isn't lifted. Because now what we're going to learn is called half moon. So we're going to we're going to stack your right hip over your left. So you're going to do kind of like you can pretend you're between 2 panes of glass. You're trying to align yourself and fly between those panes of glass. So I'll show you from the side. So you'll start in a warrior 3, and then it's easier when I'm on one mat. So you'll stack those hips. I say it's easier, right? And so you're going to kind of stack your shoulders and your hips. So you shake it out. So we're learning, so we're going to switch to the other side. So let's bounce on your right leg. Take your left leg back, warrior 3, and then stack your hips. So you can work on just stack and lower, because what you're doing is you're working that butt muscle there, right? So lift and lower, lift and lower. Let's work on that little muscle action, getting your shoulders stacked and your hips stacked. So you're streamlining, so like a plane would fly. I don't know any plane terminology. All right, shake it out. So that's called half moon. So remember, warrior 3, the hips are square down or forward. So half moon, we're going to square to the side, kind of like warrior 2, right? So let's practice again. So let's shake it out. Let's take your right leg to warrior 3. Hips are square down. And now square to the side. So let's go down and side. Down and side. Just keep going. Give me 4, 3. You can put your hands here or down. And that should have been 1, right? Shake it out. Let's go to the other side. So if you need to kind of loosen up doing some squats, take your left leg to warrior 3 and stack it to half moon. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. So a good way, if you're practicing, you want to practice at home, you can kind of lean against a wall or something. This obviously isn't a good thing to lean against, but lean against so that you can kind of rest your body on something against the wall, and that can help you build up the strength in the hips. So that's half moon. We're going to do lots of variations of coming into that pose. Let's go through a sun salutation. Inhale, reach arms up. Lengthen your body. Exhale, swan dive down. Coming into that forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, plank. Your next set of chaturangas. And then giving our legs a break and working the upper body. This is set 3. And all the way down to your belly for your next cobra. Maybe you're going for 3, level 3. Or this is our 4th cobra. And child's pose. And breathe. So take advantage of your little break here. One more breath here. Okay, so we're going to come into plank, and we're going to go into, we've already done warrior 1, so you know warrior 1, so we're going to do kind of a cheetah into warrior 1. So I'll show you how we'll do it, and then you'll come with me. So I'll show you from the side. So we're going to do, of course, plank, down dog. We're going to reach one leg up. We're going to bend. We're going to bring that foot about halfway forward. So not all the way, because remember, warrior one's a shorter distance. So about halfway, you're going to warrior that back foot. You're going to rise up where the hips are square forward. Reach arms up and lower down. Move through cheetah to down dog. And we'll switch. All right. So now we'll go. You'll come with me now. You hear Eminem. Not afraid. Take a stand for what you believe in. Don't back down. All right, down dog. Let's reach your right leg up. You're going to take a bend in that knee. You're going to come through kind of like cheetah. Step it kind of halfway forward. Warrior your left foot. You're going to push through this front leg. Push up. Hips are square forward. Warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Move through cheetah, down dog. Left leg reaches up. Bend the knee. Come through cheetah. Step that foot halfway forward. Warrior your right foot. Push through this front leg. Square the hips forward. Arms reach up. Warrior one. Exhale, lower. Cheetah, down dog. Right leg reaches up. Cheetah, halfway forward. Warrior left. Press through your right leg. Warrior one, lower. Cheetah, down dog. Left leg. Cheetah, halfway, forward. Warrior your right foot. Push through your left. Square the hips forward. Warrior one, lower. Child's pose or down dog option. Maybe you want to take the knees wider in your child's pose. Maybe you thread one arm. Notice your breath. See if you can take deeper breaths and slow it down. And switch if you're threading. One. I'm going to spend more time on that side. Release. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, down dog. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Come up slower if you need to. We were down in a prone position for a while. If you get dizzy, just take a little longer if you need to. Lower those arms down. Roll those shoulders back. All right, so we're going to do what's called pyramid pose. So the reason why we're setting up or went through warrior one is we're going to start with a warrior one stance. So your left foot forward, right foot back. So the warrior foot on the right, left knee over ankle, squaring the hips forward, reach arms up. So pyramid is where we start in warrior one, but we are going to straighten your left leg with the slightly bent knee. So you're going to activate the quadricep muscles so you don't hyperextend into the back of that knee. So the muscles, we want our muscles to hold the strength of our joints. We don't want to put pressure on the ligaments. All right, shoulders back. So with this leg straight, back leg kind of behind us a little bit, we're still going to square the hips forward. So don't let your right hip move back here. So check, right hip is even with the left, square forward. Slightly bent knee. So we're going to do a forward fold over this leg. Reach your arms up. So every time we fold, we're going to lengthen first. Now I want you to come up, out, over, and we're coming up over this left leg. You're immediately going to feel that stretch in that left hamstring. So remember, don't lock this knee. So keep working these muscles here to hold it in place. Don't push onto the legs because you don't want to push into the back of that joint. You're going to feel this. Your body wants to move that right hip back, but I want you to keep pulling that right hip forward. Left hip goes back. So you're pulling this forward, this back. You're going to feel that good stretch in that hamstring. Good is a relative term. One more breath here. Your next inhale, bend your left knee. Push up through this left leg, kind of like we did in the cheetahs. Come from cheetahs to the warrior one. Back to warrior one. Step it in. Shake it out. Okay, so you might have felt a really good stretch, kind of like we did the standing splits. So a lot of these poses are kind of preemptive or preparing you for poses later. You wouldn't want to start with pyramid pose at the beginning of class. You need to get ready for it. All right, so now we're going to do your right leg forward, left leg back, warrior the left foot, square the hips forward, bend your right knee over the ankle. So check everything, check your alignment. My mats are shifting around today. So we're going to reach arms up. So now you start in warrior one. And now we're going to straighten that right leg. Engage the quads. Don't push into back of the knee. Check your hips. Make sure they're forward. You can kind of push in the outer edge of your left foot so you don't kind of turn that foot in. Reach arms up. We're going to come up, out, over now your right leg. Stretch that right hamstring. Don't lock this knee. Check. Pull that your left hip forward, right hip back. Keep squaring the hips. Hands can be here, here. And take your arms behind you if you want to. And hold for 3, 2. One more breath here. We come out of this by bending that right knee back over the ankle. Push through this leg to bring you back up. And then we'll just step it in. Shake it out. All right, so there's lots of ways. Of course, you can come from cheetah to the warrior one and then to pyramid. But generally, because there's so much, there is a difference in the distance between your feet in warrior two. It's harder to get to warrior one the way I teach it. But. All right, so let's inhale, reach arms up. Let's do a little palm tree. Turn the palms up so we're standing a little bit. Drop those shoulders. Weight even in your feet. Lift up and over. Whichever side you want to go to first is fine. Inhale, come through center. Keeping those hips in place. Sway to your other side. Keep that weight balanced in your feet, both feet. Inhale, come up. Release your arms. Swan dive down. Come up, out, over. And down. Drop that heavy head. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plank. All the way to your belly. Windshield wipers. You can do more chaturangas if you'd like. Because you all practiced it over break, right? You practiced your chaturanga push-ups. Good little students. And let's do your next cobra or a cobra. If you're feeling your back, remember, go down a level. Child's pose. Or if you're feeling too much pressure in your back cushion, you're going to feel sensations, but you don't want to feel pain. Breathe. One more breath here. And inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. You're going to take right leg up to three-legged. And rotate that foot around. Rotate the hip. Kind of go where you need to go. A little movement here. Inhale, reach that right leg up, straight. You can take a bend and then come through cheetah and step halfway. Warrior one. So you warrior your left foot. Push through the right. Rise up. Take your arms wherever you like to. We're going to straighten your right leg for pyramid. Hands can be here behind you. So we're going to start. Let's start by reaching up, out, over, and down. And then once you get in place, you can adjust your hands, your arms. Stretching that hamstring. Keep pulling your left hip forward. Push that right hip back. One more breath here. And bend that right knee. Push through the right leg. Come back up. And then we're going to go kind of like a swan dive down. Move through cheetah. Down dog. Left leg goes up. Do some rotations of the foot or the hip. Wherever you feel you need to go. And then take a bend in the knee. Move through cheetah. Come halfway forward. Warrior your right foot, push through the left, come up warrior one. And straighten that left leg. Let's find pyramid. Come up, out, over, and down. Over now your left leg. Pull that right hip forward, push that left hip back. Keep these muscles active around this left knee. You're going to feel that stretch in your hamstring. 3, 2, and 1. Bend that left knee, push up, reach arms up, swan dive down, move through cheetah, down dog. Standing forward fold. Maybe go wider. And just hang out here. Check those shoulders, hips, hamstrings, feet, head, mind, heart, intention, breath. One more breath here. Inhale, toe your feet in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching all the way up. And release those arms down. Check our time. All right, so we're going to inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, chair. Right heel, right foot, warrior 3. Half moon. See if you can find that streamlined shape. Let's take it back to warrior 3 and high lunge. Open warrior 2. Our muscles get tired. It's fall out of, we lose our strength, but we find our balance. Inhale, reverse. Let's find lizard, getting into that hip stretch. We'll hang out in lizard a little bit, so explore your space here. Make adjustments as you need. Maybe you can drop down a little bit more. So if you're working on lizard and you want to advance, see if you can start to bring your left arm under your left knee. So you can work on getting that shoulder under. You kind of have to do a little bit of cat and squeeze and get that shoulder under. And you can kind of finagle and do whatever you need to do. And if you can get that shoulder under, then you can work on arm balance, which is you're making a shelf of your arms. And I'll show it on the other side. Let's step into yogi squat. So coming out of your lizard, step into yogi squat. On that straight, tall spine, you can just work on yogi squat or crow. It's a good stretch to hold this straight spine here. Let's do one more breath here. Standing fold. Hang out here, check in. One more breath in this fold. Heel toe the feet in. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Your swan dive, reaching up. Exhale, chair. Left heel, left foot, warrior 3, half moon. You may need to move, or you can just work on holding. You can put the hand on the hip here and just kind of work on feeling where this hip is. Or you can shoulders, you can extend those arms. You may find one leg stronger than the other. Let's take it back to warrior 3, high lunge. Reaching arms up, open warrior 2. Check your alignment here. Getting those shoulders back. One more breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, spiral down, lizard. Let's see what you can release here. And give yourself time to relax into the stretch. And if you can go down, see if you can drop down the forearms if you haven't already. And if you are working on lizard or you want to try to get deeper, you're going to try to get that shoulder under. So maybe I'll show from this side. So you're going to work on you can kind of do a little cat to just get that shoulder under. And then you can kind of put the one hand on the outside and the other hand will be, so then you're going to kind of make a little shelf here. I don't know if that was easier to see from that side, but kind of like you're just using these arms like a shelf. So one arm, elbow's going on the torso, and the other one's going under the leg, the hamstring. All right, so coming out of lizard, let's find your yogi squat and crow, or whichever one you want to work on. So just another arm balance, using these triceps. Make a little shelf, getting stronger with those chaturangas. And from here, let's find our seat. So you just plop back onto your seat. And let's do a few roll downs. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, squeeze the core, pull it in all the way down. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, roll back up. 2 more. All right, so let's do bridge and then we'll do pigeon. And I'll just show you how you can kind of flip over to do prone or if you want to do reclining pigeon. So let's start with your bridge pose. So setting up, making sure ankles are under knees, hip width apart, roll those shoulders back, no weight in the neck. If you have a hard time getting those triceps down, you can bend those elbows and it kind of helps so you can push into the upper arms and get those hips up. 1 more breath in bridge. Inhale, lift heels, tuck that toe bone and roll down. 1 vertebra at a time. And when your hips touch, windshield wiper it out. And another bridge. So notice how your hips feel with the half moon, the standing splits, the pyramid we did. Inhale, lift, roll down. When your hips touch, windshield wiper it out. And you can either do reclining pigeon, or you can just flip over or flip around. And then you can start from tabletop and find your pigeon this way. So again, coming in from pigeon, you start with the foot out on the outside of the hand and walk the foot so it comes behind the opposite wrist. The knee stays behind the same side wrist. And the other leg is straight back on the same track. You can lift up and lengthen. You may be able to fold and come down. You want to feel the stretch in the hip. You don't want pain in the knee, so do it on their back if you would rather. One more breath here. And wherever you are, whether you're on your back or prone pigeon, make your way into your windshield wipers. So if you're on your back, you can just stay on your back. But if you're prone, you can go back onto your hands, your hips and hands. And then pigeon on the other leg. And so you can start from that tabletop, walk it over. Maybe you stay up, maybe you fold. Probably feels like a really good stretch after the hip work we did today. The pyramid and the half moon. One more breath here. And take longer if you need. When you're ready, windshield wiper it out. All right. Let's go onto your back, all the way onto your back, and do your reclining twist. I'm just going to check the time. I don't have the same. And do your reclining twist. Hug those knees in. Twist to whatever side you want to first. One more breath here. Your next exhale, lift one leg at a time. Hugging your knees in. And other side. When you're ready, lift one leg at a time. Hug the knees in. And take care of anything else you want to do before you let go. And relax into your Shavasana. So maybe you take the feet wide, the knees wide and the feet together. Whatever you feel you need to do. Check in and see how your body feels as you relax after the different exercises. You may need to take a little bit more time to try to let go and relax the hips, the hamstrings. Maybe you need to take a little more time to catch your breath or just relax here. Tune into your breath. And just notice a simple flow, the breath in and out. And give gratitude for your breath, your life, your body, your mind. Feel your heart deliver your breath to every cell in your body. Every finger, every toe, your ears, your mouth, your eyes, face. And maybe you practice counting your breath, maybe counting the hold at the top after you inhale and exhale. Or you just relax. What can you do to stay in the present moment, to stay with your breath, stay with your body, stay with your mind right now? Maintaining that present moment gets easier, like strengthening a muscle, strengthening a pattern, a behavior, a habit. It gets easier. And when you can stay in the present moment, things in your life become so much easier. And you're not imagining conversations you will have or imagining conversations you have had. Sometimes we replay those conversations in our mind. Maybe our brain's processing a conversation, or maybe your brain's expecting a different outcome. And what can you do to come in the present moment and away from your busy day? And sometimes when we're busy, we need to spend more time being quiet and focused rather than running around like a 3-year-old. So begin to deepen or lengthen your inhale and lengthen your exhale. see how much air you can stretch into your lungs. And begin to wiggle fingers and toes as you wake your body up. You can reach arms overhead and feet in the opposite direction. Hug your knees in, roll your favorite side. You can rock left and right a few times. And when you're ready, come up to your comfortable seat. Roll those shoulders back. And take your shoulders back and take ear to shoulder, whichever side you want to start with. Drop your chin down. Take opposite ear to shoulder. Drop your chin down. This time let's take our hands, trying to reach your hands to the ground. Maybe you can press your palms down if your arms are long enough. And then sit up straight and take ear to shoulder. So with your hands down, you're going to notice if you're tilting, then you'll get a deeper stretch in the side of your neck as well. Drop your chin down, keep the shoulders back. Other ear to shoulder. Notice if you're tilting. And drop your chin down. Roll the shoulders back, bring hands to heart center, and honor your life, all the joy, the love you have in your life. And just be happy with what you have right now. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, guys. Namaste, everyone, all around. See you soon.